So quickly, when I first signed up, I put it off and I did some research about Arbonne, and I started August 6th. I've been having some gut issues for the last couple of years, and just was always bloated. Literally, I mean, we talk about gas a lot here as trainers. She knows, and I mean, when I ran, I would, and just did not feel good. Something was going on inside, and you know, I've tried bad detoxes, you know, where you do a cleanse and all that, which I've never been a believer of because you know those things are really too extreme. So basically, on August 6th, I decided to put the Arbonne stuff to the test, and I followed it exactly perfect for 30 days, and I was blown away. First 30 days, I lost 16 pounds. I lost 3 inches off my gut and 3% body fat. And I already was 190 pounds and could run a half marathon. I was in shape for that already. But I felt good from the inside out. In 3 days, I was off of sugar. That was one of my biggest weaknesses. In literally 3 days, I told Christina when she came in for an appointment, I said, I don't crave any sugar. I don't want it. And that was the amazing part to me. But for me, to me, that's a quick fix, the 30 days. So I believe in the 30 days and beyond. So I put it to a full test. I did the whole plan for 120 days. So for the next month of September, I did it exactly the same way, 30 days with the cleanse and everything. I lost only 4 pounds and another 3% body fat. Then I did it for another 30, and that month I lost 0 pounds and another 3%. And then the final month I lost, I think, 1 more pound and another 2%. So in that time, I went from 190 to 167. And then I went from 22% body fat down to 12. And really, so that proved to me that this was not a quick fix, that this was a lifestyle. Because this is an elimination diet. It teaches you what was going on in your body. So what that taught me during that time is I always knew dairy was a problem. Okay, you shouldn't eat ice cream and have gas. It just shouldn't happen that way. Cheese, and then gluten was a big problem for me, depending on how much gluten was in it or how processed the food was. The less processed it is, it still causes me issues, but if I know staying gluten-free at home, I'm totally fine. Wheat is the biggest issue. So if you're not gluten sensitive, there might be the wheat inside of it. So I added wheat back in and then actually got more sick adding the wheat back in. So wheat was a huge one for me along with the gluten. So I didn't introduce this to anyone. I've been looking for a business. I teach nutrition. I teach people how to eat, but it's really difficult to do because I can't monitor it. I send them to the store to get whey supplements with whey in it, and I just can't trust whey because it's bad. And so I just stopped doing it. I just coach people. And Arbonne gave me the chance to re-coach people and set them up on Facebook and to teach them once again how to eat. So my clients started asking me, hey, Sean, what's going on? You look different. You act different. The other thing I wanted to say with the 30-day detox and all that, I have ADD, okay? I mean, like, severely. Like, I have the serotonin levels get into my brain and all that, or just I get wacky sometimes and I take medication. That is the one thing I noticed after the 120 days. My ADD levels at night really went down. I was able to sleep better. I was able to relax and not shake so much and just stop being so nervous. And that felt really good. My clients started seeing results and started seeing, you know, what I was doing. And so now I introduced it to my very first client in September of last year. His name was Roberto, and this guy, great guy, and he fought me every way through it. Okay, first month he loses 15 pounds. Guess what he wants to do after the first 15 pounds? He goes, hey, can I go to Kentucky Fried Chicken now? I just looked at him and I said, are you serious? and I said, you feel good, man, come on. And he says, you know what, you're right. So he did it again. We're 7 months later. He's 75 pounds down. I saw him the other day and I just looked at him and it looks like a totally different person. Off his blood pressure medication. He also has Bell palsy. Yeah. Bell palsy. And I cannot see any signs of the Bell palsy. I see very, very little. And I'm just really amazed. And I would have never have thought that. So 75 pounds. So now it is now part of my business. If you want to train with me, you have to do the 30 days, at least 30. I recommend beyond with some tweaks because I know it can get expensive. But it's your health. And also I work it into my training now because that's how much I believe in it. That I one day would love to train for free, where I can just do Arbonne. That's always been my goal, is to find something. So to train with me, you have to do that. I have over 25 clients on it right now. Not one person's gotten any results. They've all lost anywhere from 8 to 15 pounds. One of my long-term clients has been with me for 14 years last week. We've never ever gotten down his blood cholesterol below 200. He's one of those people that's always will be on Lipitor, which kind of stinks. But the best we've ever gotten was like the 210. We've never gotten his blood sugar down below the mouth. Never. As of 2 weeks ago, 190 on his cholesterol, and we had his blood sugar down way past down to 60. Like, it never went below 100. That's the one that blew me away. And now the weight's starting to come off of him. This is a lifestyle. It is not a diet. Okay, when the word detoxes are in there and the cleanse, this is not a true detox or cleanse. What I mean by that is those things can hurt us. And guess what they don't do? They don't re-nourish the body. This program re-nourishes at the same time. I've detoxed before and gained the weight back myself. It's because I wasn't re-nourishing. So when you're talking to people about this, be careful using detox and cleanse a lot, because they are in there, but this is the healthy way to do it. Make sure you add in your re-nourishing the body. That's the key, because on this plan, you know, if you've done it, you're not starving. You're eating like a king. You are really seriously inside and out. I mean, I had my doubts on that. I was always from the outside in with my training business. That's the way we are as trainers. And literally, when I started from the inside out, my body's changed. And now my clients are changing. So if you approach them that way, and then please talk about extending this beyond the time, that this is more than 30 days. You know, my business is 120. If you can give me 10 to 16 weeks, I can seriously change your life. And now my clients are seeing that. So talk to people about the detox and cleanse and explain to them about re-nourishing, okay? Dr. Deanna Osborne's a good person to listen to on YouTube and all that. I really like how she talks. And so now it's part of my business. I'm also loving the sports line. If you have not tried the sports line, especially the PhytoSport Prepare and Endure, that is right now my favorite supplement I've ever taken in my life. I've been anti pre-workout stuff for years and years because they don't do what they say they're going to do. This one actually does what it says without getting you up and down with caffeine, and it actually has nitric oxide in it. Well, the components that make nitric oxide, and actually does in your body what it's supposed to do. Ever since I started taking that, my gut health now is incredible, because that helps with peristalsis. I never knew that. And that's something I learned with Dr. Deanna Osborne. And so try those supplements or those products and see what else. I mean, if you got gut issues, really try that Prepare and Endure. And I really think you're gonna see a huge difference in your gut health. Literally, when I run now, I don't have gas anymore. I deal with the carbohydrates a little bit better as I'm running long distance and stuff like that. But I love this company. I love the products. I'm here to stay. I mean, it's really changed my life. And then I'm hoping one day I can hand that down to my kids and say, here you go. You know, here's a check every couple months. And and also believe in yourself. I've got a tendency not to believe in myself. I'm just one of those guys, one of those people, even though I've been around, played college sports and all that, but just inside. And Arbonne's really helped me handle that and deal with that. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.